It's Full Gear Week in AEW. Hi, everybody. It's Tony Schiavone, and we're back again in the AEW Control Center. Tonight, it's AEW Dynamite live on TBS at 8/7 Central, originating from the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Then this coming Friday, it's Full Gear Friday on AEW Rampage, live on TNT at 10/9 Central. That will originate from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. That'll be followed by the Full Gear Countdown Show on TNT, 11/10 Central, Friday night. It all leads to this Saturday, the big pay-per-view event, Full Gear, live at 8/7 Central, originating back at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. But first, let's give you a rundown for tonight. The AEW Dynamite Go-Home Show to Full Gear. We take the air tonight, 8/7 Central on TBS, the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Here's tonight's lineup. Ahead of their AEW World Title bout this Saturday at Full Gear, we will hear from both champ Jon Moxley and challenger MJF live. In a semifinal match for the World Title Eliminator Tournament, All Ego Ethan Page will face Bandito. The AEW World Trios Championship will be on the line. Tonight, Death Triangle Live defends against AR Fox and Top Flight. Dante and Darius Martin, and Darius makes his return to action following a serious injury. Tonight, live on Dynamite, we'll have an AEW Interim Women's World Championship Eliminator match as Toni Storm meets the Bunny. Just prior to their four-way match at Full Gear for the ROH title, a big tag match tonight as Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara of the Jericho Appreciation Society meet Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson of the Blackpool Combat Club. Also, we're going to hear from both Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Saraya as they draw closer to their match at Full Gear on Saturday. Now, I understand both Renee Paquette and I will be a part of that. Brother, can't wait for that. And the AEW World Tag Team Champions, The Acclaim, will debut their new music video, A Hand for a Hand. It's all tonight on AEW Dynamite, live on TBS at 8/7 Central. Once again, tonight's event will originate live from the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut. For our fans coming to Bridgeport tonight, arrive early. Matches for you begin at 7 p.m. local. Tickets at AEWTIX.com. Okay, this Friday, it's Full Gear Friday on AEW Rampage, live on TNT from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey at 10/9 Central. On the card, live in tag action this Friday, Eddie Kingston and Ortiz will meet the duo of the sensational Konosuke Takeshita and his mentor, Japanese wrestling legend Jun Akiyama. Akiyama trained at the All Japan Dojo under Jumbo Tsuruta and Giant Baba. He's a two-time former Triple Crown champion, and Akiyama is one of the most highly regarded wrestlers of his generation. This match and much more coming up at Full Gear Friday, live on AEW Rampage, this Friday night, 10/9 Central. For our fans in the Newark area, come early. Matches on Friday begin at 8 local. Tickets at AEWTIX.com. All right, fans, Full Gear has certainly captured the excitement of the wrestling world, and the wait is almost over. Full Gear is this Saturday night, live on pay-per-view at 8/7 Central, and it all starts with 0 hour on our AEW YouTube channel at 7/6 Central, leading right up to the big event itself. This Saturday at Full Gear, the AEW World Title is in the balance as Jon Moxley defends against MJF. Maxwell Jacob Friedman says his time is now. Is it? Also on the card, The Acclaim will defend the World Tag Team Championship against former champs Swerve and Our Glory. This will be the rubber match between these two tremendous teams. Can The Acclaim hang on to the belts? What about the bad blood between Billy Gunn and Swerve Strickland? For the AEW Interim Women's World Title, the champion Toni Storm will face maybe her toughest test yet in the dynamic Jamie Hayter. We'll have a four-way match for the Ring of Honor World Title as champion Chris Jericho puts the belt up against Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, and his teammate in the JAS, Sammy Guevara. Plus, it's come to this in a steel cage. Jungle Boy Jack Perry meets his former tag team partner and close friend, Luchasaurus. I think Jack is awfully brave here to be able to say he's going to go in the ring, confront two men who want nothing more than to destroy him.
The two of you have cost me everything.
You know, I have a couple friends in my life who I've known 15 years, as long as I've known Luchasaurus.
You wasted 3 years of my life that I will never get back.
Luchasaurus and I were wrestling in dingy little warehouses, getting ripped off by carnies for $10, getting our asses kicked all over California just for a chance to get here. We made our dreams come true together.
At Full Gear, I want you one more time inside of a steel cage.
Wow, holy smokes.
This match has to be settled in a steel cage because there's been so many different outside factors with these two men. I think we just need to keep things contained. No outside sources, no bullshit.
We were done with you, Jack. We were moving on to championships and gold. And in our first chance at a championship, you decided to stick your nose in and cost us that match.
It just needs to be these two men settling the differences between them and to have a definitive winner.
It's obvious to me, Jack, that you're not gonna go away no matter how many times I put you down. So we're gonna have to put you down for good.
When we step foot inside of that steel cage after 15 years.
So guess what? We accept your challenge.
One of us is a beast and the other one is a man. It's time to find out who's who.
You know, fans, with Christian Cage a part of this, even though it's in a cage, he might get involved. This is going to be explosive. Also this Saturday, finally one-on-one, the in-ring return of Saraya. She will meet Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
When Saraya's music hit at Grand Slam, I was confused.
I can't believe this. Britt Baker looks like she's seen a ghost. What a moment!
Had a chance to talk to Saraya when she made her debut at Grand Slam in New York City. She was really excited, really filled with emotion about not only becoming a part of AEW, but a chance to getting back in the ring for the first time in quite a while.
Well, in my professional opinion, the landscape in the women's roster here in AEW just changed, boys.
I can feel this new lease on life from her in terms of like, she never thought this was gonna happen. So if you think that there's a part of her that's going to leave any stone unturned, you're nuts.
When I said we're gonna make a change, I promise you we're gonna make a change.
Look what we have here, guys. Another shiny new toy. And we've seen them come. We've certainly seen them go.
She's the top dog, isn't she? She's the face of the women's division. She's the one who was the first ever signee to AEW. She's the one who's been carrying and building this division since then. My thought process was, I'm gonna come in and take out Britt Baker. That was my mission.
Of course Saraya came for me. She knows. I'm not even at the top of the food chain. I'm off the menu. I'm special order. Of course she's going to come for me because she's smart.
Did Saraya go after the wrong woman when going after Britt Baker? I'm going to say no. I think if you want to establish yourself as a top star in AEW, you have to go for the top.
The emotions I'm feeling right now, it's hard to really narrow down just one because I never thought after 5 years I would be stepping back in the ring again.
I bet you guys are really wondering what's happening with me now. Am I cleared? Am I not cleared? Am I gonna wrestle? A couple of weeks ago, I took MRIs, I did x-rays, I did CT scans, and unfortunately, for Britt,
Oh boy.
I'm 100% cleared!
Whew. I think that Saraya's experiencing probably all of the emotions. Obviously the emotions on the surface of finally being back in the ring. It's been 5 years since she's wrestled. 5 years that she's had time to wrap her head around retirement.
Do I respect what Saraya's done? Of course. Women's wrestling wouldn't be what it is today without Saraya. But with that being said, Saraya, your time is up. We thank you for your service, but please move on.
You're cleared.
What does that even mean? Do you know how to do this? Do you still know how to do this? You're clear. No. We aren't clear, Saraya.
There's no question Britt has disrespected Saraya. Britt disrespects everyone. When it gets right down to it, she only cares about herself.
I know why you're obsessed with me. It's because I'm everything you wish you could have been.
You know, I've been in this business for my whole life, and I've made it through all the ups and downs that went throughout my career, and now I'm stuck in front of an ungrateful bitch trying to say that I'm not good enough to face her.
This is gonna be my comeback story, and this is gonna be your biggest match of your career.
This is absolutely a must-win match for me because Saraya is a name known worldwide. That's a dream of mine. I want to be a female wrestler that every household knows about and respects. And Saraya has that. So beating her means I get to be closer to that status. Then this is do or die. I have to beat her. I won't lose. There's no way. And I'm not gonna let her come into my house and think she runs the place, the house that I built.
It's gonna be you versus me at Full Gear.
I think Saraya absolutely has to win this matchup. You can't show up and call somebody out and have the legacy behind her that somebody like Saraya does and not walk away with a W.
Britt Baker goes down!
I want people to be inspired by it. From a girl that literally went through absolute hell, being told I couldn't wrestle again, ever, to then 5 years later coming back and being able to do the thing that she got brought up in life doing. I think that's such a wonderful story, like never give up, ever.
This one has literally been a war of words until now. This match is going to be loaded with animosity and drama, no doubt. We look forward to seeing Saraya back in the ring for the first time in quite a while. Also, Jade Cargill will defend the TBS Championship against Nyla Rose, the person, Rose, who stole the belt and has been parading it around everywhere, mocking and teasing the real champ.
I've given this company my blood, my sweat, and my tears. And yet this girl, Nyla Rose, can come in here and steal my belt, and no one in this company can do anything about it?
The antics by Nyla Rose have really worked in her favor. She basically put herself in contention for the TBS title by stealing the belt.
Who's ready to take a picture with the TBS champion?
I've been there firsthand, seeing how pissed off Jade is of not having the TBS championship, to be feeling disrespected.
You get Nyla Rose to bring me my belt because she's too much of a chicken, or I will hijack your show for 60 minutes.
Hey, Jade! Hi, Jade! Looking for this?
Hey, Jade! We got your keys from valet. Thanks for the lift. Bye!
Jade is special. There's something about being in her presence. It's something palpable about her.
She's the greatest athlete in the women's division. That's what makes her so unstoppable.
Jade, when you came here to AEW, you thought you were going to run roughshod all over the women's division. Well, guess what? It was me calling your wake-up call.
Jade Cargill's the favorite in this match. She's been embarrassed, basically. That's why I see that Jade will win the match and get the belt back.
You don't bet against Jade. That's one thing that I've learned. You don't bet against Jade.
This will separate the real from the fake. I don't need to brag, cause I know everyone is here for my show. Y'all really think I only do it for the dough? Let me set the record straight so y'all know.
I'm gonna show you exactly why the most violent storms are named after people.
When I get my hands on Nyla Rose and get my belt back, it's gonna be no games.
A lot of questions in this one. Will Jade get her belt back, or will Nyla earn the title for real? Also in tag team action, one that has everyone talking, as Sting teams with Darby Allin to collide with Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
Our good friend was absolutely right. We know exactly what Darby's weakness is.
When you're in trouble, you call your friends, they stand by you.
I think we need to rely on this friend a little bit more. Holy hell. No, hold on a second. That's not...
Darby Allin, we know your weakness.
Is that... He's waiting on Sting.
I guarantee you, my best friend in the whole world.
That's Jeff Jarrett. What the hell?
Is gonna beat your ass.
I can't believe this.
A man who has a long history with both Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal.
And a long history with Sting as well.
20 years ago, a young Sanjay Dutt, a teenager, just embarking on his professional wrestling journey. Everybody told me, they looked me up and down and they said, Sanjay, you're gonna be something special. And one man called, that one man was Jeff Jarrett. He gave me my first job in professional wrestling 20 years ago. Fast forward 20 years later, here I am, the smartest man in professional wrestling today. His name is Sanjay Dutt, it's me. Fast forward now, here today in AEW, when I needed help, when my best friend needed help. We called the man Jeff Jarrett.
You just got a lesson from the last outlaw. You ask what that lesson is, Darby, whatever you worship, it becomes your weakness. You want to worship the icon Sting? Well, it is very obvious that he has become your biggest weakness.
This match is very intriguing because Jarrett's on one side, Sting's on the other. They are really two, if I can use this term, you can't really use it for everyone, but they really are two icons in pro wrestling.
You see guys like Jeff Jarrett, like Sting. I think to be able to see these two come together here in AEW is kind of a fan's dream come true.
I find myself in 2022 standing across the ring against Sting on an AEW pay-per-view. It's surreal.
Before I get done with this place, there's gonna be full body bags. So AEW fans, you can choke on that, slap nuts.
Sting, let me remind you of one thing. This man right here, Jay Lethal, who I've said it before and I'll say it again and I mean it with every fiber of my being, he is the greatest professional wrestler alive today. Whether you want to believe that or not, that is the truth. And Sting, the other truth is that this man has a victory over you. And Darby, on top of that, this man has a victory over you. And Jeff Jarrett, he has beat you, Sting. And Jeff Jarrett has cracked you over the skull with a guitar, Darby. And you were lying in a pool of your blood. So you think at Full Gear, November 19th, in this man's hometown, where his mother, his father, his brother, his sister, his cousin, his whole family will be in that first row watching. And they mean the world to me. They mean the world to him. And you think we're gonna fail then? Kiss my ass, Sting. Kiss my ass, Darby. We are not failing. I'm gonna prove that I am the smartest man in professional wrestling. I'm gonna prove to all the naysayers that he is the greatest professional wrestler alive. And I'm gonna prove to 1.4 billion people in India, my mother, my father, rest in peace, my cousins, my brothers, everybody in India, they're gonna see this man, Sangam Singh. They're gonna see his ass. They're gonna say, Sanjay, you retired, and it's okay. We're gonna be fine because this man is gonna carry the load. And now you know who's gonna carry the load. This man.
I believe that this match means more to Sting because of his friendship with Darby Allin. You can't discount that. Sting came back to AEW, came back to pro wrestling because of Darby Allin. So if Darby gets attacked, Sting is going to be right there by his side. So I think it means more to Sting than it does anyone else in this match.
I'm looking forward to this matchup because it's just a match that I never would have thought would happen. So to be able to see this and like bear witness with my own eyes just intrigues me as a fan. I want to see Sting and Darby get that win. I think that them as a team, huge fan. I'm a huge fan of both of them. I think that they really bring something special. I think they have a really interesting, true friendship. I've seen them backstage. I've seen the way that they hang out and look out for each other. They're hard to bet against.
I believe that the song lyric goes, you get by with a little help from your friends, which is exactly the motto that we all live by. When the world turns their back on you, you have nothing but your friends. And Darby, when Sting turns his back on you, after he realizes that you're nothing but a damn trash panda that he's wasted his time with, you will need your friends then.
An incredible tag team match for Full Gear. Sting on one side, Jeff Jarrett on the other. And I understand, fans, more announcements for this Saturday's event is coming your way. Full Gear is this Saturday, November 19th from the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. Full Gear is available on traditional pay-per-view and our U.S. digital pay-per-view provider, Bleacher Report. Also available internationally on Fight.tv and now in select countries on YouTube. Plus, Full Gear is available in select theaters around the U.S. All right, fans, a few important announcements, very important announcements. Be sure to go to Shop AEW as the 10 days of Black Friday sale starts this Friday. That's shopaew.com beginning this Friday for the 10 days of Black Friday sale. And the fallout from Full Gear will be coming to Chicago when AEW Dynamite returns to Chicago at the Wintrust Arena. But tonight begins Full Gear Week here in AEW, and it all starts at the Total Mortgage Arena in Bridgeport, Connecticut, with AEW Dynamite live on TBS tonight at 8/7 Central. If you're coming to the event live tonight in Bridgeport, come early. Matches begin for you at 7 p.m. local, and tickets at AEWTIX.com. This is Tony Schiavone from the Full Gear Control Center. I'll see you tonight live ringside in Bridgeport and on TBS. And all week long, we are AEW.